my dance, make it hurt.
Okay, so hello again, everyone in the JALT community and cyberspace. We're coming to you again with another video. My name is Wayne Malcolm. I'm the Director of Program for JALT. We'll be organizing the JALT 2020 online conference, which will be coming to you November 16th to the 23rd. One of our speakers who will be coming to the conference via Nepal, Kathmandu, is Laxman Gnawali, and he is, like I said, in Nepal, and we're going to be talking to him today for our interview. So Laxman, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and research, etc., etc.
Thank you, Wayne. I'm Laxman Gnawali. My surname is rather problematic in English, but you can call me Laxman. I come from Kathmandu now, but I was born and brought up in Western Hills of Nepal. And I went to local primary school for my early years of schooling. And interestingly, when I went to school, we didn't have a school building as such. There was a little tiny building for office and one or two classes, and the rest of the classes were held under a banyan tree. So that's how, yeah, that's why I grew up. But that did not stop me from learning, and I started learning English from grade 4 only. Then from grade 8, I went to a school which was Sanskrit. So there was English, but predominantly it was Sanskrit school. I had to learn grammar and literature in Sanskrit. So I actually graduated from a school with Sanskrit education. And we were not, required, or I don't know. We didn't have to speak in Sanskrit, so we didn't learn how to speak in it. But in reading, writing, grammar, vocabulary, we used to discuss a lot. These words, breaking down the words, and samasa. There is this compounding kind of things we learned. But after my schooling, I decided that I would be an English teacher. So I went to train myself as an English teacher in a university. Back then, grade 11 and 12 were in the university. They were called intermediate of education, not +2 or something, or grade 11, 12. Then, so I moved on. Then my bachelor's, I switched to literature, English literature. Then master's also English literature, and I started teaching in a school first, but after 1 year I came to the university, Kathmandu University, where I am still there. It's been 27 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
yeah.
You really, it sounds like a lot of your formal English learning was post-secondary school or something, yeah?
Formally, yes, formally there was English as one of the courses from grade 4 onward. But the focus and the quality of teaching and the practice we did, actually, we didn't learn much. I was able to pass by writing. We didn't have to speak, okay? And I didn't do very well. But then I actually learned how to speak English and whatever I know now after I started my bachelor's degree, because then the lecturers started speaking English in the class, and we had interactions, and also I started teaching in a local private school to survive, and then that was English medium, and I had to speak English anyway. And then that is how I improved my English. But later I went to UK for my second master's in 2001. I went to Plymouth.
Oh, wow, okay.
It used to be a college then, affiliated to Exeter University, but now it's a university in itself, Plymouth Marzone University. And then that master's period was kind of, what do you call, a milestone or a turn, a big turn for me, because I didn't have Nepalese people there, and everyone spoke English, and I had a lot of interactions with the local people. But in Plymouth, the British English is not actually the standard one that we hear. They have local accents there, and it was difficult for me. I spoke English, they spoke English, and neither party understood. That was interesting.
A little
Okay.
lost in translation all the time.
Yeah, yeah. And then, but okay, now you were asking me about my present job as well. Now, okay, after I came to this university, then I taught in science and engineering groups. I taught communication skills and writing, what they call general English. Then after my master's from Plymouth, then where I was trained to be a teacher trainer.
Okay.
Then I was transferred from a school of education of the university to a school of, sorry, from a school of science to a school of education. Then I began training teachers in postgraduate diploma, 1-year program. And after 2 years, I proposed that we start a master's program. Then the university approved my proposal. Then we started running that. First 1-year master's, then 2 years master's. And after several years, I think from 2013, then we proposed MPhil, which is not well known in the West. MPhil is a degree between master's and a PhD. It's a research 3-semester degree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you learn research there. So we ran that from 2013, and we've been running it still now. And this year, we proposed a PhD in English language education, and the first batch is running. So I'm very happy that
Oh, wow.
I've been able to, contribute to the university programs ever since I joined it.
Oh, great.
And
Wow.
here,
Excellent.
yes, yes,
Good programs.
yes,
That's good.
yes, yes. And then I'm also very actively involved in Teacher Association. We call it NELTA, Nepal
Hmm.
English Language Teachers
Yes.
Association. I actually started as a general secretary initially, and then I was a vice president, and now I'm senior vice president. So, and I've been on the committee, I think, on and off for the last how many years? 2003, 20, so 17 years. Maybe I was not on the committee all the time, but most of the times I have been there. So because of that NELTA affiliation, I connect, I organize activities, I travel a lot, I write, I present, and also TESOL and ITFL are my favorite associations. TESOL, I think I went there twice.
Okay.
ITFL, I went there several times for presentations.
Oh, okay. Wow. So you get around. You're moving and
Yes,
shaking.
yes.
Okay.
But
So
JALT is, but I mean, it's my first time with JALT.
yeah, we're so sad that, I mean, obviously the whole coronavirus and everything, we were really looking forward to bringing you to Japan so you could see
Yeah.
Japan and get around it. I know we've been talking via email about trying to organize like a little tour for you to go around Japan and meet our chapters and teachers, et cetera, and stuff like that. So we
Yeah.
really wanted to bring you here in person, but I think this is the silver lining is that maybe virtually we could set up
Mhm.
tours and get even more, maybe a larger group of people virtually
Yeah.
via
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
online system. So we'll be working on that, and we'll talk more about that in the
Okay.
later days and stuff like that. So I just want to tell everyone that so Laxman is going to be our Bill Balsamo Asian Scholar, and this is something we've had that's been going on for quite many years to kind of honor Bill Balsamo, who was very active in the Southeast Asia community and helping teachers and doing teacher training. So this person, the scholar who usually comes in, is someone of the stature of Laxman, who does all these various things and goes around the world and talks and does teacher training and has this kind of pedigree. So but also they're obviously from the Asian community. So yeah, so we're
Mhm.
really looking forward to bringing you, at least virtually, bringing you to the larger, to the JALT community, et cetera. So can you just tell us a little bit about your presentation that's coming up? Your presentation is going to be Saturday, November 21st,
Yes,
12:50 to 1:50.
yes.
And the title is, I'll read it here, Reciprocity and Growth in Communities of Practice. So you can tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, thank you. I actually started thinking of this topic. I think ever since I had to propose my research for my PhD degree. When I was thinking, okay, what's my area of interest for research that I can take along for my life. Uh, it was 2000, I think 2005 when I first drafted my research proposal for my PhD.
Mm,
Then by then I had been with NELTA for at least 6, 7 years as a life member and as a close, presenter and whatever. And and for 2 years I was on the committee. Then I had seen my growth as a professional ever since I came to NELTA. But at the same time, I was also spending a lot of time and my energy and expanding its network within and outside the country. Then I was seeing this, the relationship between me and NELTA. Then I thought, okay, can I take this?
mm.
It was not very obvious then, the way I'm saying it now. It was sort of abstract idea that I had in my
Yeah,
mind. So I proposed
understandable.
this. Then, so my PhD took a long time because I was not on leave for my study. I continued my teaching and also my PhD study. So it took a long time. But the good thing about this, a delay was also helpful for me to understand the relationship, the teacher association and the member, that they have between them. And the word, this reciprocity was, discovered. I mean, I discovered this a little later actually, but the concept was clear. Then I thought, okay, so where do I collect the data for my research? Then I said, okay, why not NELTA itself? So what I did, I chose purposively, those members who had grown as a better professional while they were on NELTA, to see whether my assumption, my hypothesis, let us say, sorry, was actually, working in the professional growth of teachers.
Mm,
Then, then I interviewed them. I took their narratives, and in course of analysis of the data, I discovered that it was a relationship of reciprocity. I mean, if you work for JALT, JALT will give you. If you don't, it will not give you. It's very clear. It's give and take.
yeah.
And you can see that those who give a lot of time to teacher association also get back because they are more involved, they have more connection, and they know more about it. And then people approach you, in many ways. So reciprocity.
Mm,
But in this, I also brought this Asian concept. I mean, in Hinduism, there's a saying. Uh, Maybe let me give you a little background. In Hinduism, the creation repeats.
oh, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Okay, the creation repeats,
Hmm.
and there are four epochs. Maybe
Hmm. Hmm.
to use simple word, 4 ages. And first is the longest one, Satya, and second Treta, a little shorter, and then third is Dwapar, a little shorter, and Kali is the shortest one, and we are in it now. And they say that, or it's written that So the first age was the age of, golden age. No sinners, no hurting anyone, something like that. And then second is that that kind of righteousness gets less, and then it gets the worst in this time. And we say that there's so much pain, so much suffering in the world because we are in a bad time, the Kali time. Then one of the scriptures, yes,
I think it's very interesting.
Yes, and then one of the scriptures that describes Kali as a bad time says that Sangye Sakti Kalo Yuge, that is in that Sanskrit adage, which means power lies in the organizations in the modern times. So if you are an individual, you are just yourself. If you are in an association, in an organization, you're powerful.
Ah, I see.
Okay. Yes.
I see.
Okay. Then, so how does the power build? Okay. How does the member get the power, and how does the organization get the power? You can see it everywhere. Trade unions, these political parties, everything, they are powerful because they are an organization. Just, put your president or my president out of the party and they are nobody.
Yeah.
Just, yes. Okay. So I brought this Asian or Hindu idea into this, and then I try to sort of, theorize. I theorize a little bit, but I also use the theory that was existing there to discuss what I found. So then I saw that the members in NELTA were actually powerful, means better professionals, good professionals actually, because they were within this organization. That gave them not political power, not physical power, but the knowledge power and the networking power, the professional skills power. So then they were proud members of this association. And then I discuss, I try to go further to see how does a teacher association actually become powerful. Then I went on, reviewing literature here and there, and I found out that there's something called social capital.
Social capital.
Yes.
Okay.
Because then to have some venture, you need capital.
Yeah.
And the association has a capital, which is social capital. That is, now you and I are talking. We are now creating knowledge without spending perhaps much money and time, but we are creating some knowledge here. My interview will go online. Maybe something will come up for other people to research on.
Yeah.
But then, okay, and the story did not stop here. Then, so how did Laxman and Owen come together? What is their relationship? If we analyze, then, okay, the relationship is we are a member or members of a community of practice. That is
okay.
English language teaching. Okay, so then what you do is you bring people who are members of the same community of practice without realizing or without knowing that they belong to their same community. Yeah. But like if you were in a different business, you wouldn't understand what I'm saying now. You understand because my language, because you belong to the same community of practice, as Anger says. Yes. So yes. So then this is what I walked around, and I have been talking, giving presentations, and also written articles. And then I think one of my best articles around this is published by ELTJ in ELT Journal by Oxford University Press. You can see that. And I write, and this time actually I tried to reconfirm what I found back in 2012 and 13 with the NELTA Central Committee members. And this time I collected data from the provincial members, because they get less opportunities than the Central Committee members.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so then, but I found out that they have the same feeling, that they grow because they get opportunities to be exposed to, the knowledge that builds around in this organization, and but also they also give. So in return they get and they give. So this is reciprocal relationship. So that's what I found, and I'm coming to JALT conference to share this knowledge that I have built in course of, I think, 15 years of my practice and research and discussions, reading.
Wow, very good. Well, that was excellent. That was a nice little bit there about some very, very interesting topics, and really ties in the whole idea of communities of practice that we have at the center of our conference theme. So we are definitely looking forward to your talk, and definitely looking forward to having you in our online community. And I do look forward to the day that we can again get maybe face to face again and really kind of share, like you said, share in that kind of professional development and community building practice that is at the heart of our
Yes.
profession.
Yes.
So with that,
Yes. Can
go
I
ahead.
add something here?
I was gonna
Okay.
say, go ahead.
And then,
You have something to
yeah,
add.
as I told you in one of my emails that I was actually planning to, collect data from
Yeah,
JALT members around this, and to see what the Japanese wisdom, Japanese society and culture has in it. Actually, because whenever you collect data, then people speak actually from their cultural point of view, their
yeah,
social point of view.
yeah,
Maybe so that was my plan. I mean, you suggested that I can collect data online, but the kind of engagement that I want to do,
yeah,
sitting down together, and then getting informal, and then maybe second round, third round, and then I analyze briefly, and then see, okay, what should I ask again next time. But maybe in the future, if time permits, maybe I'll come
yeah.
and see. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure there's some way we could work out having that happen
yeah,
somehow. But
yeah,
so
yeah.
thank you so much for taking your time and yeah, introducing us not only to language teaching and your history, but a little bit of Hinduism as well, expanding our knowledge about
Yes,
Hinduism. Thank you so much, giving us a little bit
yes,
about
yes.
the four epochs. That's very interesting.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yes,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much, and we look forward to having you at JALT. Thank you so much. Our Bill Balsamo Asian Scholar speaker, Laxman Gnawali. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you to Bill,
Okay.
whose contribution to ELT, was also came to me. As you can see, this is the network. This is the this community of practice that I belong to, where Bill worked, and then I came in to benefit from what he left behind, the legacy. Yes, and thank you so much for having me. And I look forward to the session on the 21st of November,
Okay.
Saturday.
All right. Be
Okay,
well.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Beats by Dallas, make it hurt.